Hey everyone, it's Sierra. I'm Onyx's daughter, and today I'm going to teach you how to input an order into LifeWave if you don't already know how to do that. And I'm going to cover pretty much every way I can think possible. So hopefully this answers all of your questions. So I've already started. I'm sharing my screen now, so we're looking at the same thing. I've made a couple of these, dummy, I would say, order forms. It's not correct information at the bottom, but it will just go through it together so that you guys know how to input it in the future. These order forms can be found on the qfteambiz.com website. And if you just go to our steps, it is step number 6, take the order. And you can see it right here and you can download it, and then you'll have this order form as well. But first things first, I'm going to teach you my favorite way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and log in to our sponsor. So we can see we're doing Sage Addy as the sponsor here. So I'm going to log in as her, and then I'll be able to show you my favorite way. I like to go to the back office. So we're going to go to organization, and we're going to go down to binary tree viewer. This is the best way because I find it makes you're certain that you're putting the person in the right spot. So we see we've got nobody here on her left leg, or we could go down to the bottom right and put her on the right leg. So we're just going to go to the left leg just because there's nobody there for now. But I find that that's the best to make sure that the placement is exactly where you want that person to be in your own tree, assuming that I'm acting as the sponsor in this moment as Sage. So first things first, we're just going to put in the United States. Of course, if this is for a different country, you would put in that country. And then we're going to click join. Make this a little smaller so we can see it all. So here are our different packs, and you can see that they line up with the distributor pricing that we've got here. So our starter is just $25, and it just basically holds a spot. You don't get any product or anything like that. So here's the different products, different amounts of points, all the things that come with it. So for this order form, we are going to do a gold. So when we click that, it's already going to populate up with our LifeWave X39 patches. And we can see at the bottom we're green. It says that our cart is good. It's in good standing. So like, for example, if we take away the Alavita, our cart's yellow. So we get to pick a different patch that we want to put in. The way that the gold works is it's, as you can see on the form, 5.5 sleeves, because they consider all the other patches to basically be half of an X39 patch. So if with a gold package, you get to pick an additional sleeve. And then once you see we put the IceWave back in, and we're back to green. So we're just going to click continue and keep going along. Now, the first thing that's going to pop up is, would you like to get a monthly subscription of our products, which this is the auto ship option. So it's great that it pops up here. And you can see here on this order form, this person said, yes, they want 2 sleeves. So we're going to say yes. If they didn't put any auto ship on, just click set up later. To move my little widget there to see what it says. Then we're going to go to patches X39, and we're going to put 2 because this person selected 2 order forms. If they did 3, or 2 on auto ship. If they did 3, you put 3 here for whatever it is. This example, we're going to click 2, and then we click next, and it's going to ask us what date we want this to start on. It should populate exactly a month away. I like to do it a couple of days early so that the person receiving the patches doesn't run out of products. So I always do about 28 days. So 7/26, and today is June 29th. So that looks good. And we're just going to click save. And now if we look on our side, we can see that we've got our 1 gold kit for today, and we've got our 2 patches monthly starting basically a month from now. So that's perfect. So now we're just going to input the information that's on the form. So I just put some random information here, calling her Sally Sue, to just go through this with you guys. We're going to use the full name for recognition content. Sally is a female, and her date of birth is 6/29. Oh, well, that form says 22, but it's not 22. We're going to just pick 56. And then we're going to input the phone number. Random phone number there. So then we have tax ID or social security number if applicable. So you can see there's a section for it on the form. If you want to get paid as a distributor, you have to have this in. It doesn't have to be in right off the bat though. So it's not a necessary thing to put in right now. But yes, to get paid out, you will need your tax ID or your social security number. So we're just going to skip that for right now because we don't have it. We're going to put in Sally Sue's email address. And then we're going to put her onto the USA mailing list. If there's others, like if you're doing Canada, so this form is USA and Canada, you would click Canada. So you would do it for which country that they're in. So most likely it's the USA for this form. Or not most likely, we know it's the USA for this form. And then we're going to put in the address here. And this is going to be the main address on the account. So I just put in an old address that I was familiar with. And then we just keep going down and populating the information. The username here, we have to make sure that it's available. So we put it in and it thinks for a second, and then it should pop up whether it's available or not. So for example, it says it's unavailable. So sometimes you'll have to add an exclamation point or an extra number or whatever it may be to make that person's self-replicating website work for them. So let's see. Yep, it works now. It says it's available. So we just had to put in an extra digit. And then you would put in their password. I recommend actually having like a team password. So everybody that you personally sponsor all get set up with the same password, because it'll help a lot in the beginning to make sure that you can get into their back office and help them with anything that they would need. So I recommend that in the beginning. And of course you can change the password later. So this is going to be our shipping information for our enrollment order, excuse the dog, which is going to be our gold kit. So if you remember up here, today's order is the gold kit. So this is the address that we want that sent to. I'm going to click main address. If they want it sent somewhere else, that's where you would input that information. And the same thing for the monthly subscription order. This is our auto ship. Where do we want our auto ship sent to? I'm going to select the main address as well, but of course, put in a different address if that's what they would like. So I have to put in a real credit card here. So I'm going to skip past this part and meet you guys at the bottom of the page. Okay, I had to put in a real credit card information and it doesn't blur out so that I could show you guys the next page. So just skipping past that so you can't see it, but it was just inputting the credit card information and the billing address. If it's different, they should put in the billing address here on the order form, but if it's the same, there's a little tack where you can click same as main address. So that's it. So now we're going to click I agree to the terms and conditions and submit. Most often, yes, I was going to say most of the time it pops you back up to your address and it wants to select the address, save as original or do a suggested. This is a great chance to double check that you put the address in properly. But if I know I input it correctly, I'm just going to do save as original. And then we go back. It pretty much always does that. So it's a good chance to double check and make sure you have the information correct. And then this is what it's going to show like now. We've got all of our enrollment information, our monthly information, shipping. I always do the cheapest, of course, unless they need the product immediately. Then you do that. We want to double check that we've got the right sponsor so we can make sure that they're being put into the right position, which in this order is Sage. We've got the gold kit for today, and we've got our monthly subscription order set up there. So that's all you would do here. You would click complete enrollment, and then the next page would pop up with the ID number. I would make sure to write down the ID number and send the person who you've enrolled their login information, which would be their self-replicating website, the password, and their ID number. So that's how you would do a gold on AutoShip. That's how we would do this form. I did want to take you and show you what we would do if somebody selected diamond on AutoShip, because it is slightly different. So go to lifewave.com/Sage Addie, which is her self-replicating website. And the other way that you can join, besides going from the back office as a distributor, is actually right here, this join button here. So if you give somebody your website and they input their own information, they would be clicking join here to be as a distributor. But the thing with this is it's just going to automatically place somebody in the tree where your preferences are set for. So I personally like to place them myself, but this will still put them in your tree as long as you gave them your self-replicating website. So now we can see. And so the thing that I wanted to point out with Diamond is about your auto ship. So with a diamond pack, you get auto ship points for 3 months. So you won't necessarily get the product, but you'll get the points. So it'll look like you're on auto ship for 3 months. So if we select diamond and we go through and we've got our patches and everything and we click continue, when the monthly auto ship pops up and we're going to click yes, and we're going to add our patches. This person selected one. Move out of my way. We're going to put one patch. Next, this is what you need to pay attention to. The start date for a diamond would not be 1 month from now. It would be 3 months from now because they have the auto ship built into purchasing the diamond pack. So we would actually go to September and we would do it a couple of days before that 30-day mark so that they don't run out of points, they don't become inactive, or if they need product in the meantime, of course, you don't want them missing out on their product. So, but the big key with diamond is to set it for 3 months. You don't need the extra auto ship. So diamond starts a couple of months later. And then this is all the same information. So I'm not going to go through this again. You should know how to do that, but I do want to take you back to the beginning and we're going to show you how to do customers now. So that should be everything on distributors. But let's go. I've got a new form. This is what it would look like if it's just a customer. You see the only thing they put in here is the retail, and they picked 2 sleeves on just a retail order. So we would go, either we would do it or they would do it, but in this example, we're doing it. And we would go to buy now. This is going to take us to all the products. We've got X39 in the top, so we're just going to start with that one. There is a promotion running right now, but for this video, we're not going to worry about that. But if there ever is a promotion, it does pop up. So we've got it here. This person wanted 2, so we're going to click 2 and we're going to click add to cart. And you're going to see that there's a difference between the retail price and the preferred customer price, which I will explain to you next, but just wanted to pop it in. There's a preferred customer, but for this one, we're just doing retail. If they just selected retail over here, we're just doing it as a regular retail guest, which is $149.99 a sleeve. So we've popped that in, and now it showed up at the top that we've got it in our cart. So we can either view cart or check out. We'll just view the cart so that we can see it right now. Looks good. We've got 2 patches of X39. Then we would go to check out. So if this person has already ordered sleeves before, this is where they would log in as a customer, but this is a new order here. So we're going to do create an account. So we're going to input all of the information the same as before. We've got Miss Sally Sue, and she is born this day, apparently. And then we're going to do her username, Sally Sue 12345. I think we had to put one more number because 12345 was taken. And then we're going to put in her email. This you would just copy with whatever is on the order form. I'm just trying to put it in quickly so I'm not wasting anybody's time. We've got a phone number, 7. And then we've got a password as well. Again, you can put your team password on this if you want. For customer, I don't find it as important, but I think it is important. Referred by another LifeWave customer, we're going to click yes, and we're going to put in Sage's ID number that we've got up at the top here, which is 1053076. I'm not a robot, and we're going to submit the registration. And then it's going to take us to our next page, which you'll see the top shipping address and the information there, which again, we're just going to populate in what is on the order form. This is just an old address of mine, so I just know it. So I can go a little bit faster for you guys. SallySue@gmail.com. And a phone number. Ship to this address. Here it pops up as well, same way as the distributor. It's a good chance to double check, but we're just going to ship to the original address. And then we've got our shipping options. Again, I picked the cheapest unless they need it faster. The USPS priority is the best in my opinion. And then we're going to continue, and this is going to be our billing information. So this is where you would put in your card. So I am just going to put in the card information and meet you guys on the next page. Okay, so I input the credit card, and then I just brought us to our next page, and it's the same page. It's a review page to make sure that you've got the order properly, which is just 2 sleeves of X39 at the retail price, and we would click place your order. So that's how you put in a regular retail customer. So the last thing that we're going to go through is the preferred customer. I lost you for a minute there, but we're back. So we're going back to our original page, and we can see we've got the preferred customer over here. We're going to click buy now. We're going to go to our X39 patches, very similar to the customer before. We're just going to select, this person wants 2 sleeves, so we're going to select 2 and add to cart, and we're going to select it as the preferred customer. So we're going to click save, and then it's going to pop up in our cart up here. So yes, we know there is a promotion. We are not interested in the promotion right now. So we're going to go to the view our cart so we can see what's broken up. Today, all that you're going to get charged for is the $19.95 preferred customer sign up fee. And then your patches after that are only $99.95. So your first sleeve is like $119, but then after that, they're only $99.95. So, but the big key to know about this one is when we go to check out, this is when our auto ship starts. So if we set it out for a month from now, we won't get any sleeves from until then, and all we'll get charged for is the $19.90. If we want to set it for, that's in 2 days, then the sleeves will ship out in 2 days. We'll still get charged the $19.95 today as the preferred customer sign up fee, but our sleeves won't ship and we won't get charged for our sleeves for another couple of days. So then we're just going to continue here. And then it's going to be all the same information. It actually remembered me because I've done this on the computer before. So that's great. So we don't have to put in the information, and we just click continue. It remembers my card information, which is wonderful. So I don't have to worry about that with you guys either. So we are purchasing. We're now, you can see it skipped through just because it remembered me, but normally we would input all of the info. And we are now at the review section. So we are reviewing. We've got the preferred customer sign up, and then we've got 2 sleeves on auto ship starting on 7/1. And because it is preferred customer, you do get free samples. So now we can see that our free samples will be included with our patch order that's coming 7/1 as we set it for this one. So you'll see today's order is just the $19.95. And then our first subscription, which will be our patches, will be on whatever date we selected. So that's why they have to put the date to start there. Obviously, I put the wrong date in that form because we want it to come in 2 days. And then we would just click place your order, and that would be it. And then again, I always write down the ID number, their login information, which is their self-replicating website, and their password so that they can get in. And I make sure I send that to them along with any other material that would make sense for that person, which is up to your own discretion, whether that's a distributor and a business builder, or if that's testimonials, or whatever resource would be best for them. So that should answer everything on how to input an order, and enjoy. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.